Hey, what's happening? This is Isai Rodriguez, host of the Dadsplanation podcast, where I cater to the professional working man, 40 and above, who's looking to make positive changes to his health, lose weight, and become stronger overall through simple lifestyle changes. I'm here to share inspiration, tips, and proven lessons that I've personally learned and lived through in my 40 years on this beautiful blue planet. So today we'll be talking about 12 things to do during the holidays, and then we'll move on to our second segment with running in place. Is it a good workout or not? And before we get into that, if you'd like to continue the conversation, then get on over to podcast.dadsplanation.com/VIP to get on the VIP Insiders community, where I share more entertaining behind-the-scenes stories, tips, and hacks that'll keep you feeling younger each and every day. That's podcast.dadsplanation.com/VIP. Again, that's podcast.dadsplanation.com/VIP. Be in the know starting right now. Also, don't forget to rate me on iTunes by leaving me a nice, fat, juicy 5-star review and some absolutely beautiful words of why you love the show so much. It really helps me get the word out, and it's honestly the one place where your vote truly matters. And now, let's move into our first segment, Healthy Conversations. So in our first segment, we're talking about 12 things you can be doing during the holidays. So let's face it, y'all. Sitting at home with the family to watch movies like, Home Alone and Elf is hitting the soul a little different this holiday season, with daily record-breaking cases of COVID-19 popping up and so many people having to quarantine from all their, from their friends and family. There's no wonder that this holiday season feels a little bit, a little different this year. It definitely, it's hitting differently this year. And I know there's a lot of people feeling loneliness at home, and this can make, being home alone during this pandemic feel, that much more alone, if you're already kind of feeling alone and then you have to be quarantined and stuck indoors all day, for so long, it just makes things worse, but that's not, that's only if you don't have ideas for what to do during the holidays alone, because to be honest, there's a lot to be thankful for and to celebrate if you find the right activities. So aside from saving yourself the mental toll of family drama, being alone over the holidays gives you the rare opportunity to basically celebrate it in the way that, that you and only you would want. You can totally make it your own. So yeah, I know. I mean, being home alone during this time of year, it's usually a time of the year where you get together with in groups with your families, with your friends, and it can be tough for a whole number of reasons, But that doesn't really mean that it has to be flat out dull and boring. There's definitely things you can do, and I've actually put together a little list of I kind of brainstormed. And I was thinking of things that I would do, if I were stuck at home alone. So anyway, let's get into the 12 ideas for what to do during the holidays that'll make you feel loved, entertained, and overall festive, Because listen, your mental well-being or the status of your mental health is really just as important as your physical health, So let's do this. The first thing on this short little list of 12 items is, 12 ideas, I should say, is, read every single book you said that you wanted to read last year, but you didn't. If you're like me, you found at least, 10 to 20 books that you've got to read, but you just haven't gotten around to actually reading them, This would actually be the perfect time to get on that, You may not have another quiet time to get it all done. So why not now? It's the best time if you ask me. You're already stuck indoors, and you can definitely take advantage of that. Aside from that, the second thing you could do I have here is, bake your favorite Christmas cookies and enjoy the fact that you don't have to share them with the family. This one's pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. Don't you love cookies, but deep down inside, you wish you could eat them all yourself? Or is that just me? I don't know. Either way, this is a fun one if you ask me, but if you'd rather be a little more, in the Christmas spirit, then you can bake some cookies or treats and share them with your neighbors. You know what I mean? So that's the third thing. If you're going to be baking treats and cookies and cakes and stuff like that, why not share them with some neighbors or something? This is more of the, Christmas tradition, and I'd recommend writing a little note if you actually do it, and, leave it with the treats as sort of a basket of joy, Get a little extra touch, a little friendly reminder that you exist and you appreciate them. I'm sure they'd really appreciate that, So anyway, the fourth thing I have is, purge your wardrobe for clothes to donate. I love this one because, not only does it make you feel good since you're giving to the less fortunate, but for me, it really comes in handy. I like making room in my closet for new clothes, and, I don't do it often, but this would be a great time to do that. While you have some downtime, you're alone, trying to figure out what you want to do, why not go through your wardrobe, see what it is that you don't wear, that you don't use, that's still in good condition, that you can, donate. Why not? That's another thing. The fifth thing we have here is dress up in your nicest winter clothes, or your winter outfits, holiday suits or whatever. But there's something about dressing up nice that really changes your mindset. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling as they say blue, then try dressing up in your nicest outfit. I can almost guarantee actually that it'll change your perception, and it'll lift your spirits for sure. That's without a doubt. It really does affect your perception, how you feel inside, and that's just going to project outward. So anyway, the sixth thing I have here is make your own festive cocktail with all the trimmings. So is there a particular cocktail drink you like to have, to drink during the holidays? If you do, then, why not buy all the ingredients and, make a few for yourself? Why not? Treat yourself. For me, it's going to be, a few glasses of red wine or so. But now, hey, listen, I don't generally condone alcohol consumption, but, it's Christmas time. We've all been locked up for almost a year now, and I think we all kind of deserve a glass or two, don't you think? But that's my thoughts anyway on that. The seventh thing I have here is host your own holiday party on Zoom. So there's really no reason why you couldn't get together with a few of your buddies who are also at a loss for what to do during the holidays, and just have a get together. You can even take it up a notch if you want and make it a little happy hour type thing. Again, not condoning the alcohol drinking, but again, it's the holidays and we've been cooped up at home for a year now. So, let's keep our sanity. Let's have some fun. But moving on to number 8. The 8th idea is plan an extremely lavish trip for the following year, for 2021. Do it. Even if it's just if that just means adding a bunch of pictures of whatever, Austria to your vision board, or skimming through Airbnb listings in Vermont. Will eventually be cleared to safely leave the house. So why not get yourself excited for when the time actually comes? Again, let's keep our sanity, because that's the name of the game. So the 9th thing I have here, the 9th idea that I have for you is, do a home makeover that'll keep you happy during these dark times. And to be clear, it can be a makeover that has nothing to do with the holidays and everything to do with, intentionally sparking a little light, a little joy throughout this grim and dark holiday season, because it's been a dark whole year, to be honest with you. But, do it. Put together a plan and make over your house, or a couple of rooms, or a room, or your bedroom or something. Change it up. The 10th idea we have here is, this is funny for me, but the 10th idea is watch that one show or shows that's been recommended to you for 6 years now. So for me, I think this would be a great time to start, watching or binging Game of Thrones, like starting from season 1, episode 1. And yes, I am the only one on this planet, apparently, that has not watched Game of Thrones. But, maybe this would be a great time to catch up or at least get started on, on the dang show. I also heard that Narco is a great show. So much to do, so little time, but hey, one thing at a time. So moving on, the 11th idea here on the list is have a day of no tech. Now, I know this is really hard for a lot of you to truly disconnect from, everything technology-wise. I'm talking, email, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, podcasts, but I can honestly say from experience that having an untouchable day will absolutely reset you and reduce your stress level. And while we're talking about resetting, how about number 12 here? Catch up on the sleep you lost all year. I think this one goes without saying, you know what I mean? If you have the option of hibernating till this COVID thing blows over, even better. I'd really suggest that, actually. But there you have it, my peoples. There you have it. 12 ideas you can do to defunkify this otherwise funked up holiday season, you know what I mean? So let me know in the comments which ones you'll be going through with. And while you're commenting, let's get into our second segment, Mighty Man. So in this segment, we're talking about running in place. Is it a good workout or not? Again, while you're down in the comments, why don't you drop your thoughts down there in the comments area, or if you're in the VIP community, drop me a line and let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this? I'm curious to know. I mean, here's what I found anyway. Running in place is used essentially as part of a warm-up before an exercise session. I've used it in the past, really, and several of the trainers I've trained with have also kind of incorporated this as the warm-up. And let me tell you, in my opinion, it really gets the juices going when you're first just about to jump into getting your workout in. And it generally includes like different agility drills like high knees and butt kicks and jump squats. And now let's be clear, it doesn't necessarily provide the same benefits as actually running, since you use different muscles and movements, but many of the benefits are the same. For instance, running in place is an excellent aerobic workout option when you want to run but find yourself unable to do so, like if it's storming outside or if you're in the middle of a blizzard, as my family was last week in New York, or for example with the current COVID restrictions, we may not be able to to get to the gym and on a treadmill to really get that 5-mile run into your day. It might also be your best option if you're cramped up in a hotel room, or if you need to burn off some steam at work, or or maybe you're in an airport during a long layover. Of course, currently I'm not exactly sure why you'd be traveling by air, but let's say that you are and you're stuck. Yeah, I guess that's another discussion for a different show, but it's a great option to sneak in some cardio into your day. And if you want to go for a longer cardio session, and running in place may not be the best long-term option unless alternatives are limited, but there are benefits to running in place. So as I mentioned, running in place is an aerobic workout, and it requires you to constantly move and contract your muscles, which in turn improves muscle strength, stability, and flexibility. You see, you have to use the proper form in order to maximize the benefits of running in place. So if you run in place, say on a carpet or padding, that'll help to reduce some of the impact and stress that, say, regular running has on your body. But running itself is a good full body workout because it requires a strong core and your upper body strength in addition to a powerful lower body. But again, there's a lot more impact to your joints, so that so running in place helps to reduce pain in the knees while making them stronger and healthier. Now, developing the balance, agility, and coordination to run in place may allow you to reduce your risk of falls or injuries, which is hugely beneficial as we age, because these are things that quickly start to break down. So if we can do something that helps build the balance and agility to kind of offset that deterioration as we age, and that's a win-win if you ask me. And we really can't overlook the obvious here, which is that running in place elevates your heart rate, which helps improve blood sugar levels and burns calories and fat, all of which help with weight loss. You'll also boost your cardiovascular function and enhance lung capacity and improve circulation overall. And here's a little bonus for you if you want. So what I usually do is that I add in other cardio exercises, like different variations of burpees or lateral or back step lunges, or maybe even kettlebell swings. And by adding these in, that targets different muscles, which essentially changes up my routine. So this kind of helps keep things fresh and quote unquote boredom free. So if you're the type that it gets bored easily from repetitive workouts, then switching up like this will definitely help with that. So anyway, running in place doesn't require you to use the same muscles that propel you to move forward like with regular running. You'll be landing on your toes more, which builds ankle and lower leg strength. But we have to keep in mind that using the toes and balls of your feet, using those parts more often when we're running in place can put extra pressure on your knees and hips, because instead of propelling your body forward, you lift your knees straight up, which requires less activation from your glutes and a little more activation from your ab muscles. You might even experience more muscle fatigue and soreness, or even discomfort after running in place. So maintaining the correct form while running in place may be challenging to do so for long periods of time, which makes it more or less ideal if you want to do a few 10-minute running sessions throughout the day and you're limited in terms of space and time. Regular running activates your hamstrings and glutes more than running in place and puts less stress on your hip flexors and abs. Overall, running is a lot easier on your body, believe it or not, and provides more cardio benefits than running in place, which took me by surprise when I first learned that, because I thought for sure it was the other way around, But you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. So now, that being said, we mentioned how form is important when running in place. So now the question is, how do you run in place properly? My opinion, that's a great question, because believe it or not, there is a right way of running in place. So let's get right into it. First, a few general guidelines to get you started right. Always warm up your body by starting at a slower pace, or, doing a few warm-up exercises before you get started. And when you're ready to wrap it up, then finish with a cool down, like walking or even jogging in place for a few minutes and doing a few stretches. Also, while you're actually running in place, use your upper body strength to move your arms back and forth smoothly. That's the key. You want that smooth action from your arms. Now, the actual running goes something like this. From a standing position, you standing upright, lift your right arm and then left foot at the same time, making sure to raise your knee as high as your hips. So basically hip level. This is, that's the key there, is you want the opposite arm and leg working at the same time. So again, right arm goes up with the left knee and foot, or if you're a rebel, left arm, right knee. It doesn't really matter which one you start with first, as long as they're opposing sides, you know what I mean? So left and right, or right and left. Then once you're there, you switch to the opposite foot and arm. So if you started with the right arm and left knee, you'll quickly and as light-footed as you possibly can, you'll switch sides, lifting your right knee to hip height and smoothly bringing your right arm down and raising your left. Just continue these movements back and forth and you'll be running in place. So what I do is this. I run for a good interval workout realistically and break it up with different drills. So I'll start with say a 10-minute interval and gradually build up the duration and the intensity by extending each interval to 15 to 20 minutes or so. But you can also make your resting periods shorter if you really want to turn it up and get more bang for your buck. So for example, I'll jog in place for 4 minutes. Then I'll run faster for 2 minutes, say. And after that, I'll do a 1 minute body weight exercise like jump squats or alternating back step lunges. Once that 1 minute is up, I'll jog in place again for another 3 minutes and then rest for 1 to 2 minutes, and this little circuit, if you will, this really burns up some calories and gets the heart pumping good and hard for short periods of time. So if you're doing these little bursts of exercise, really gets the heart pumping good and gets you working up, a good workout, really. So I personally recommend starting off with maybe 30-second intervals and then working your way up to like 1 and 2 minutes by increasing the intervals by 15 seconds or so, or whatever you feel comfortable with. And above all, listen to your body. You have to pay attention. If you think it's too much, then adjust your workout, And I suppose this goes without saying, but talk to your doctor before beginning any new exercise program, especially if you're new to fitness altogether. Disclaimer, you've been disclaimed. No, but seriously, let's stay safe here. That's the name of the game. We're trying to live to 100, not die prematurely. Because like I said earlier, running in place may put more stress on certain muscles, especially if you do it for longer periods of time. So you might find that you're feeling pain in your hips or shins and ankles in particular. So build up your routine slowly and make sure you're using the correct form that I described earlier, and stop your running routine altogether if you have any injuries or you feel you've pushed yourself too hard. You also might want to talk to a physical therapist or a personal trainer if you feel you need someone to take a look at your technique. This is actually something I'm thinking of offering those people who have opted to get into my VIP community. I think it would be a great value add-on, but I need to give it some thought, really, to be honest. Anyway, the bottom line is this. Running in place will most likely not be the main exercise in your fitness plan, but it can definitely bring you some really, really good results. I know I've used it quite a bit of times in the past as like pretty much the main workout, when I needed to get cardio and I didn't feel like running outdoors or hitting the jump rope for too long. I've done the running in place, as I mentioned earlier, and just switched it up with different body weight exercises. And man, when I tell you, you get some tremendous results if you're consistent with that. That's really the reason why I'm recommending it. If you're not doing it already. It's a great way to boost cardio health, burn calories, and build strength, even though you're not getting the exact benefits as regular running. It's still a very, very effective workout. It's perfect when you can't go for like a normal run or want to squeeze in, a short workout during your day. And, if you can experiment with different exercises to include while running in place, to target different muscle groups and add some variation to your routine, then that's it. You're set. You keep switching it up, find what works for you, how you get the most benefit out of it, and, you're good to go. So that's it, you guys. That's my show for today. I hope you found some valuable information here. And if nothing else, I hope I've entertained you for a few minutes and was able to bring a little manly sunshine to your day. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to listen to me. It's very much appreciated. Next week's episode, we'll be going over how to master the perfect push-up arm position. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. And if you'd like to continue the conversation with me, then get on over to podcast.daspination.com/VIP to get on the VIP Insiders community, where I share even more raw behind-the-scenes stories, tips, and hacks that'll keep you feeling younger and younger each and every day. That's podcast.daspination.com/VIP. Again, that's podcast.daspination.com/VIP. Be in the know starting right now. Also, don't forget to rate me on iTunes by leaving me a nice, fat, juicy 5-star review and some absolutely beautiful words of why you love the show so much. It really helps me get the word out, and it's honestly, the one place where your vote truly matters. Before I let you all go, I want to wish everyone in the US and all over the world a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. And if there's any other religious celebration I've missed out there, I apologize. My thing is fitness and health over 40, after 40, and not religion. So a huge, warm, happy holidays to you as well from the bottom of my heart. Till the next chat, take care now. Bye.